What's up, guys? Weird intro, I know. This never happened to me before. Never got into a trail and realized I had to, Anyway, we are here to do the West Rim Bohen. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. Loop trail. It is an 8.2 mile loop with like 1,200 feet in elevation gain. Right now we are at the Rattlesnake Rock access area. Like you guys didn't read the sign before. But yeah, let's see Little Boren Mount, Rattlesnake Rock. And yes, we do run right alongside of the Pine Creek Rail Trail, which is actually just down over this bank right there. We are not far from where we were last weekend when we did the Golden Eagle Trail, but I like these because they provide a little bit of history on the place. All kinds of trails around this area. But there's a sign down here that says, nope, that's Rattlesnake Rock access area. So I guess we will just go get on trail. By the way, it is a Wednesday. I have the day off today, and the weather is supposed to be about 80 degrees, but there's a breeze here today. It's freaking gorgeous, dude. It's almost perfect for hiking. Might be a little bit too warm, but today, because it is approaching 80, it is prime time for rattlesnakes to be out. So we are definitely gonna watch our footing. And if I'm talking to the camera doing this type of thing, it's because I'm looking at the trail, making sure I don't step on or get close to. And obviously we'll listen for rattles and stuff. So again, this is a 8.2 mile loop trail. I believe All Trail says it's gonna take 3.5 hours to complete this trail. But we got time today, so we're not really pushing it. So I figure it'll probably take us anywhere from 4 to 4.5 with filming and whatnot. But yeah, here we go. And as I mentioned before, this is part of the West Rim Trail. And the West Rim Trail is a backpacking trail. There are campsites, as you can see right here. God, I'll have to put down at the bottom of the screen how big or how long the West Rim Trail is, but you can see this would be quite the pleasant camping area. Somebody was really awesome to leave some wood for the next fellow hikers. All right, this is awesome. Our trail markings today are orange, so we will stick with what the orange brings us. Wow, check that out. Right off the bat, we got an awesome little creek here. So one of the worst things I think about rattlesnakes. All right, hold up. Let me back up here. Let me just say the rattlesnakes are a beautiful, beautiful creature. And they are not necessarily aggressive. I'd like to think we all know that. They are only doing their thing to protect themselves. So that's why obviously they send off the rattle and whatnot. But they are stupid, just like the copperhead. We do have them here in Pennsylvania. they are stupid good at camouflage, which is kind of creepy. So again, that's why I'm gonna look down and make sure I don't step on or get too close to anybody. Oh. Look at all the beautiful greenery we have going on. I think spring has officially sprung. By the way, this is a moderate trail, guys. This is not a hard trail like the Golden Eagle last week was. So we're just gonna enjoy the day. Oh, I don't know what we got here. Looking like we got some sort of a trail registry here. So we will get all registered. So you can tell some critters been eating the paper probably to make it in their nest, but Trappist Walker experience 5824. Let's go, baby. And we have another little camp spot here. Got to pay attention around here. Come back in down by the stream. So I'm not totally sure if everybody knows what this means, but you have obviously our trail markers here, our blazes. If you got one offset to the right, that means you take a right turn like we're going to. If you have one up top offset to the left, obviously it's a left turn. Don't know how many people actually know that. I actually did not know that until I was out on trail for quite some time. Well, if we're going to be 80, I think it's damn near 80. I'm glad I put on this sleeveless shirt today. Originally, I had planned on a moisture wicking shirt that I've worn before, obviously, but I think this sleeveless shirt is even better. Only thing is, it exposes your skin to the bugs and stuff. And now that it's warmer, kind of humid and damp, allows more access to the bugs. Whew. Going up a little bit of an incline here. All right, kind of leveled off a little bit. You can still hear the creek down there. Just a tick reminder. Ticks are out all year round. They're just more prominent in the warmer months. Always use permethrin to spray down your gear and your clothing 2 to 4 hours before you put it on. Usually the kind I have is good up to 6 washes before it wears off. So if you didn't know, or you had plans on going into the outdoors, and bugs are crazy around here, off or repel doesn't tend to always do it. Mosquitoes and other bugs are kind of tolerable, but ticks can give you that Lyme disease, and y'all don't want that. I don't want that. So I always treat my clothes with permethrin. And to be honest, I think it works great. When I use it, I don't see a problem with ticks. The one time I didn't use it in New Jersey because we forgot it and all we used was off, it didn't do a very good job. So permethrin, you can find it at sporting goods store. Amazon's got a really good deal. $46 for 2 aerosol spray cans, and 2 like window washer pump spray bottles. It works great, guys. Well, all right, check that out. A little bit more of a view up here. Not the greatest though. I don't know what it is about the sound of that water, but it has a way of making you feel like you're not so alone out here. Maybe it's the ambient, it's the soothing sound of water. I personally like listening to a crackling fire or water as I'm falling asleep. Lately, Miss Mindy has been falling asleep to true crime books or stories or whatever. Should I be worried? Had to stop, take a rest break. Seems like all we've been doing really is, since we made that turn, is go up. Not a steep ascent, but it's still uphill nonetheless. Still hear that creek though. But we got shades of sun, or we got spots of shade. We got spots of sun, or shades from the sun, whatever way you took that as. All right, here we go. Oh. It's a good spot to take a break. Whew. So for today's hydration, we got Liquid Death. Girlfriend bought this stuff for me, a few months ago. And this is honestly the crispest, cleanest tasting water you'll ever have. In my opinion, anyway. I do like Fiji, I do like Smart Water, but I think this comes out just a step above. Again, this is Liquid Death mountain water, natural artisan water. I'm not sponsored, you guys, but when I come across a great product or something that I just think is awesome, I want to tell you about it. So cheers, you guys. Let's hydrate. Well, I think we're making good time. We seem to be moving right along anyway. We're about 1.6 miles into this. It's all been uphill, so it's been like steady going. And when I started the navigation, it says we've been out here for an hour. We have, but we have not been on trail for an hour. Took my time, had to run to the restroom, you know, getting all them other clips and stuff. So that was probably a good 10 or 15 minutes. But I'm gonna drink about 2 more swigs of this, and then we're gonna carry on. It's so good. You guys can't tell on camera, but that's a pretty decent incline. So I'll get back to you when we're done with that. Well, this has been our terrain the past probably 50 feet. Now I understand. Well, I shouldn't say I understand, but people on the AT I've heard call Pennsylvania Rocksylvania because we have a crap ton of rocky terrain. And I really don't feel that's a lie or an old wives' tale. I've done a few trails that were a lot of rocks. Listen to me. That wind is blowing. It's dropping branches. Scared the crap out of me. I don't know if you guys remember when I did the trail at World's End. That was my very first bear encounter. And that damn thing come tumbling down out of a tree. As soon as I turn around, I seen its backside running away from me. I'm thankful for the breeze, but if it's gonna blow that hard, I don't want it. Sorry about that. My camera died. Ooh, a little froggy. Yeah, I forgot where I left off with that. Anyway, we are going up more of a steeper incline here. And once again, it's literally all rocks, my dudes. A little bit of shade. Whew. It was all a steady uphill. Again, not a steep one, but a steady one. We're still not even on level ground, but it's way more level than that back there. To Long Branch Trail and to the Black Forest Trail that way, but we continue this way. Many of you do. I'm sure some of you may not know, especially ones that might not be from the area. The Black Forest Trail is another backpacking trail. Again, I don't remember the length of the Black Forest, so I'll put that down below on the screen. But we're gonna continue going the way we're supposed to here. Oh, it'll be nice to have that level ground and hopefully not a tree fall on us. I noticed a lot of these skinnier, older, dead looking trees look to be wobbling quite well. I really didn't think the wind was supposed to blow this much today, but I guess it'll add a cooling technique down to us, huh? Like I said earlier, temp's supposed to get to 80, and it probably is about there now. This is the most sweat I've gotten on this whole year of hiking thus far. Even more so than last weekend when we did Bald Eagle. Just because it wasn't warm enough. It was like 60, 61. But yeah, we're on nice level ground right now. And hopefully we stay this way for a little bit. At least until I catch my breath. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, this is an old logging road. Well, it is, we got a little bit later start than we usually do today. It's only 1 o'clock. But that sun kind of hides behind some clouds and whatnot, and it gets a little chilly. Well, I shouldn't say chilly. That was a bad word to use right there. But ooh, what do we got here? Wow, dudes, that says dynamite. And it is locked. Yeah, that is locked. It's kind of cool. Imagine if there was dynamite in there. You know, I really do like coming across things in the woods like that. It just adds to the awesomeness of the trail. Don't know what's in there, obviously, locked up. But the fact that it said dynamite across it, that's pretty interesting. Do I think there's dynamite in there? No, I do not. Do I think there's trail maintenance tools in there? Yeah, could be. There was actually a gentleman I talked to, and I'm pretty sure I put this in the end of the video, when I did the Golden Eagle Trail last weekend. I told you I come across this group of hikers, senior citizens, definitely amazing people, very nice. Told me they thought they were going to send out a search party for me because they hadn't run into me, but they had walked clockwise, which took them to the lookout that I saw last. First, they stopped, they had lunch, they talked and whatnot. But where was I going with this? Do you remember? Looks like we got a gate here. Probably gonna have to cross the road. Yeah, our trail continues that way. Hop over all the mud. And here we go. Now I remember what I was going to say. One of the gentlemen that was in that group of hikers I saw last weekend said he did maintain sections of the Mid-State Trail. So it's very possible. My birthday hike I did at Weiser State Forest. There was a guy with a chainsaw that kind of snuck up on me, freaked me out at first. He said, "Oh, no worries. Just I do this trail once a year for trail maintenance and whatnot." So he did get ahead of me quite a ways because I stopped and, you know, I do the whole camera thing, and I heard him sawing away. Ooh, this looks like it's seen better days. We're only about 3 miles into this, my dudes, but I gotta say, I get proud of myself when I do these long trails. I've only been doing this again for about 3 years, and when I do these longer trails and I complete them, whether I want to or not, there's been times where I've struggled to get through a trail. When I did the Ebenezer's Fire Lookout Trail or whatever it was up in Watkins Glen, that was like 10 miles. That was tough for me. Mentally, that was tough. Like, my mind, got a bug in the old eye, my mind kept telling me that I didn't want to do it. But my body's like, no, you're going to do this. You're going to finish this. This is what we do to make ourselves feel better. So my body overpowered my mind, and I made it through that. Yeah, I get super proud of myself when I finish a trail. Now, like I said last weekend when I did Bald Eagle, it kicked my butt. That trail was up and down and flat and rocks and roots, and And then it was, you know, a trail like this where it's a little bit of rocks but mostly flat. And then you walk through bushes and stuff, pine needles. Anyway, you get the gist. There was just a butt kicking trail right there. Just a total butt kicking trail. And I gotta say, again, I am only 3 miles into this, but I feel good. I feel really good. I feel my body is getting used to these longer trails. Not that I've done a lot of them, but I think that one last weekend kind of told my body, hey, get used to this. I was really contemplating doing a 14 some mile trail today. But when I did the Green Monster a couple years ago, you'll hear me talk about that because it's my longest trail to date. When I did that trail, it kind of sucked being out in the middle of the woods that long with nobody to talk to. Alone, you could say. So yeah, I don't really want to do another long trail without another person. So we have pretty much hit the highest peak we're going to hit, guys. There's no views really. All the trees are kind of in the way of the mountains across the way, which is sad because I think it'd be a beautiful vista. But then again, we got a few more miles to go, so there might be something along this way. But pretty soon here, we're going to be making a hard left turn. And then we're going to be circling back down into what I think is the other side of the mountain, into the gorge or something. And oh my God, speaking of a vista, here we go. I guess this spot would be better than any to sit here and finish this liquid death water. So yeah, let's pop a squat here and make sure there ain't no snakes under yonder. I don't see anything. Okay, my friends, having said that, we have just over 5 miles remaining in this trail. So we're just gonna hop to it. Yeah, I'm sure some of you are asking yourself, where's the girlfriend? Where's Miss Mindy? Miss Mindy has been dealing with some pretty severe back/shoulder pain. It started in her back and it went up to her shoulder. She can only lift so much. She can only raise her arm so high. I keep goofing with her that getting old is a B. Then she says, oh, it feels good when I do this. And I would be like, yes, Miss Mindy, you have an answer for the class? But yeah, she has been dealing with that. So she is home. She's been off of work for a few days. It's just that bad. So yeah, she's been home taking pain meds and muscle relaxers, and none of them have really worked. So we're just kind of hoping the shot she gets tomorrow from her doctor helps. but she did schedule an appointment with an orthopedic doctor to hopefully see what's going on with her shoulder blade and her shoulder and whatnot. The nurse brought up that it might be a slipped disc, which is a possibility. So we'll see. I'll keep everybody updated, but I at least wanted to, I didn't really mean to go that in depth, but I wanted to tell everybody where she's kind of been, what she's been kind of dealing with this past week. Got Mr. Hoppy Toad there. So this kind of gives you a general idea of like if I had to walk down this hill, this is like steep, and that would suck. As versus this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. We're in like a really beautiful section of the trail. If I don't fall and break my neck. Super shaded, beautiful trees, stumps to trip on, or roots to trip on, I should say. We'll avoid that. One of the questions I've been asked that I feel I need to answer, or even if you haven't asked the question, you're probably thinking it: when are you going to do a through hike? So the only through hikes that I can do would be something like this, the West Rim Trail in completion. I could do it like 2 days, 3 nights, something like that. As for, let's say, the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Crest Trail, those are trails I could not do because they are months time off from work. And sadly, my job, first and foremost, let me just say, I love my job. I love the company I work for. I love what I do. I love most of my clients. And the reason I say that, it's not that I don't like them. It's they can be rather rude sometimes. But I fix wheelchairs. I'm a mobility technician, if you want to call me that. I fix powered wheelchairs mostly. Sometimes there's a manual one thrown in there. I am the only technician that does that where I work. And I cannot afford to take the time off. Number one, literally afford it. Or B, afford it because I'm the only one who does what I does. These people will not get their batteries or their new motors or whatever it is else that they need. They just would not get that. So I cannot take months off of work, as much as I'd love to go hike a trail. It's just definitely not in the cards. So if I ever do any through hiking or backpacking, it's going to be, I'm basically going to be a weekend warrior. Unless I happen to hit the lottery and never have to work again. I still feel that I work because I get too bored being home. But yeah, unless I hit the lottery and whatnot, and I was able to take the time and go, that would literally be the only time I do it. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to answer that question that somebody had, or again, if you're thinking it. Through hiking a trail is just not feasible for everybody. That's really cool. I like coming across these, my dudes. Again, you're doing the West Rim Trail. Sometimes folks leave wood for you to split or kindling to start a fire. And some leave nice little drawings for you. Some people make benches. Some people make rock chairs. But yeah, when you're in the woods, there's never a shortage of firewood, that's for sure. So, pretty cool. I just wish they wouldn't leave this stuff behind that's technically littering. Sure to burn it up when they were here. Let's get back up on trail and head back to the vehicle. West Rim Trail. I'm gonna do this someday. Been talking, I should say, with some friends about doing the Pinchot Trail in the Pinchot State Forest. That'll be fun. That's like 22 to 25 miles or something like that. But yeah. We went from orange blazings all the way down to this campsite where you get the sign that says Bohen Run, and the blazes turn to yellow. So just beware of that if you ever come out here and do this trail. I think it's the West Rim Trail that's all orange blazes. So just pay attention to your blazes. Get a map. That way, in case your GPS or your phone dies or whatever, you have a map to go by. So you're safe and you can make it back to your vehicle. This is the kind of trail that makes my feet hurt. All the rocks and stuff. So hopefully it's not too long of a section of the rocks. I think that's what killed my feet last weekend on the Golden Eagle. Just heard a scream out in the woods. Then I look up. It's two trees rubbing together. Oh man. Look how beautiful that is though. Ain't nothing better than hiking along a creek. Like I said earlier, that sound of that water is just, it's the ambiance. It's peaceful. All right. They must think I'm an acrobat. Oh, there's one. It's a good thing I'm 6 foot, or else this would pose a huge problem. We're definitely up high on the ridge of the creek now. I smell a campfire someplace. Always watch your footing, my friends, when you're walking along the edge. You get too close, you step on that loose dirt, and you could tumble. So definitely always watch how close you are to the edge. Yeah, I'm definitely smelling some campfires. I wonder if we're close to a campground. You guys can't make it out too well, but beyond them trees, I'm not sure if that's a river or if that's like a pond or something that leads into a lake. But yeah. And here we go, making our way back uphill. It was nice on flat ground. I don't think this will last too long here. Oh, I hear water. Oh man, are we coming upon a waterfall? Ha! I think we are, my friends. We have a waterfall. Can't really get a good angle from it. I'm gonna try and cross the stream here to get a good angle from it over there. I'm super positive that if I sunk my cold feet in that water, it would have felt amazing. Speaking of feet, I am going to try some trail running shoes just to try out. Again, these Merrells have been wonderful. They are an amazing hiking shoe. However, I don't think they allow the proper ventilation. Again, I've been trying these out and wearing these, hiking every week, just about. A week or here off, but just about every week for 2 years with these shoes. And I have no issue with them other than the fact that, again, there is very, very little ventilation with these. And yeah, there's no air to get in and cool your feet down. So we're going to try some trail running shoes and see how they work out. But right now, oh man, right now we are on a rock, and you will be able to see the river down there. Well, maybe not as well as I see it with my naked eye, but the river is running down there. I don't know if you can hear the roar of the water or not, but we're on this big freaking rock here. Trail come right there and it continues out that way. But yeah, I wanted to see what we see. Thank God for that wind. All right, we're going into some shaded area. Just what I need. Starting to overheat a little bit. We must be getting closer to the road because I can hear some traffic. It's in the distance yet, but I don't even know what we got left here. All right, my dudes, we're about 2 miles from the end. I finally got a clear enough shot of the river. Oh, there's a bridge over there too. I know you can't see that very well. Yeah, there you kind of can. There's little makeshift shifting stairs here. Whew. Yeah, buddy. I bet you that water is super refreshing right now. I'm not much of a swimmer, but after a long hike, taking a dip in a swimming pool would be great. That and a nice cold beer. Okay, what's our sign say? Probably Bohen Run or Bow Hill or whatever the hell it is. Bohen. Jerry Run Falls, Bohen Run Falls. Did we see Jerry Run Falls? It might have been another trail, but here we go to flat ground. Told you there was a bridge. So we're gonna either have to cross the road or walk along it to get back to the truck. But I tell you what, I think it's about time for another drink of water. So we basically got a 2-mile road walk, or I believe we can get on the, I think that's the Pine Creek Rail Trail right there, off to the left just after this bridge here. We can walk that back up to the Rattlesnake Rock parking area. Probably better to walk that than to walk along this narrow road. Beautiful day for fishing. I think they're fly fishing. Could be wrong. By the way, I was wrong. This is just a turnaround. But I know the Pine Creek Rail Trail does pass through here someplace. Oh, somebody lost a sandal. All right, let's break out some water. So I just seen a black squirrel. Tried to get him on camera, but as soon as I moved, he jet. They're a rare squirrel that we see around here. So right over in there is the gravel area of the Pine Creek Rail Trail. We need to get on that. All right, my dudes. We got just less, you know what I meant, than 2 miles back to Rattlesnake Rock. We are on the Pine Creek Rail Trail, which is pretty popular for biking and dog walking, running. People access this road or trail to fish. So if you remember way back when, one of my very first hikes was actually on this trail out in the Wellsboro area. Go back and check it out.